Not my kind of movie.
Same.
There's no
I'm actually
There's
really
a-
irritated at the moment.
big lack of exposition.
Yeah, there's no full circle here.
No,
Just like a moon.
Yeah, I see the life cycle of the creature. I get it.
But no purpose, no point. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no plan for
Like,
world
what's their
domination, or even what they
2020,
were.
Fuck, man, I just really that could have been
Garrett
good.
Garrett
Damn it.
Shanley. It's a story. It was written by Garrett
Garrett
Shanley.
Shanley
Can
can
suck
fuck
it. Fuck you, Gary.
Yeah, it didn't make a
Garrett.
lot of sense at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hour and a half wasted.
Yeah, that one was pretty bad.
I was so excited.
I know. It had such a cool idea.
That Jesse whatever was
You
a
wanna shut
total
that off,
bitch
Dog
in
Boy?
this movie.
He was
by
one of the
way.
producers.
The Jesse guy?
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
Eisenberg?
no fucking wonder he was such a shitbag actor in this movie. Every fucking time an actor is like, I'm a director, I'm gonna direct and act. They always do a half-ass freaking job, and it always ends up being shit. Now
he was
that
just
could have done much
producing
better.
it. Just hit the mute button.
Just drive me nuts.
Yeah.
I'm like pretty irritated over the lack of explanation there. So that girl that's gonna get, I guess, props off this movie from being in it with that Jesse guy,
Yeah.
can suck it. So there's that.
Yeah. Now for like how the actors did in the movie, Martin did a good job being creepy. Martin did a very good job at pulling off creepy.
And that little kid,
And,
man.
Yeah, the little kid pulled off creepy
I
really
mean-
good. Almost like Babadook.
I mean, though, like, how much can we say was the kid's acting versus the voice change?
Yeah. I mean,
I
it was
don't
just the
know.
way that it was done.
It was so cringy. I like half wanted to watch.
He
it,
like
so I
never
couldn't
had
tell
like
you.
a little boy's voice.
Oh, that's screaming shit.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't tolerate that.
Ugh.
Yeah, the trippy television was,
So,
yeah, kind of sucked too.
moral of the story: if a baby shows up at your doorstep, kill it
Take-
immediately.
Take it to the
Immediately
firehouse.
But
murder the little baby.
yeah, no, only if it says raise this to be released.
Yes,
Then
I'm
you
just
kill
kidding.
it.
That was mostly a joke.
Yeah. Now, if I was in that situation, the way that you would act, I think you would get the baby, right? You're there and you're freaking out to begin with. Then you get the baby. You don't know anything about this baby. For all you know, it's just somebody's baby, and it's going to take you 18 years to raise this baby. So from right there, you're like, okay, well, I'm going to show the baby affection and be like,
Right.
okay, it's a baby, and I'll take care of it. Then when you notice that, oh, well, yesterday it was a baby, and then in like 3 weeks, it's like a 5-year-old, you're like, this isn't,
This isn't normal.
yeah, you're noticing this
Right.
isn't normal, especially if it's acting crazy.
Yeah.
You know, if they gave it the belt when it was, 8 days old, and
Yeah.
kept him in line.
Ugh.
I'm not saying that you could change the heart and soul of one of these creatures because they're probably soulless.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Well, we don't know what the creature is. You know what? The director probably doesn't even know. So.
yeah, it was an alien, ancient Sumerian bullfrog.
Yeah, and yeah, that's the thing. It doesn't tell you whether
But it's
they're
not
aliens
you
or.
know, like you don't know what the backstory is behind that creature,
Yeah.
even in the
Yeah.
slightest. I don't know.
Now they did do a good job completing Martin's or the creature's life cycle. I thought that was interesting.
That's the only thing.
That's
they
the only
gave
thing that
us.
got concluded. right?
Yes.
Like you knew he was going to go back and work as an insurance person, but
Realtor.
yeah,
You
realtor.
know, I just feel like there could have been more fight instead of just digging a hole and maybe hitting him one time with an axe or a pickaxe, whatever.
Like more.
There
to,
could have
yeah.
been more of a climax.
Yeah.
Like they could have maybe staged to make it look more like they're there. I don't know. Or at least made creatures come after him if they tried to like run away. I don't know, make it more exciting. Not.
Yeah.
It was just too drawn out.
The whole time I was just waiting for them to attack the little kid, and it never happened. Other than her half-ass one time when Tom finally died.
Yeah.
We'd be making a plan of attack together
Yes.
to take that motherfucker down.
And the whole situation was really peculiar. Being there is it every man or
That gets sick.
gets sick and with this
Wants to
weird
die.
I need to dig this hole until I
Well, now the
die?
voices make sense too. Remember how he kept saying, "Can you hear me?" Or he kept hearing through that hole, "Can you hear me?" or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
The voices, it was everybody else in those other dimensions
Someone-
taking care of those other little kids.
They're digging the holes.
And it kind of fucking irritates me that out of like the very minimal amount of shit that was in this movie, they had to put not one, two sex little scenes in there. There was just like
Yeah.
clappers, not even like it. Like you just really had to force that in there. It just felt like a little bit
It could have been.
stuff down my throat.
See,
Sure.
I enjoy the 80s and mid to mid 90s just tits out of nowhere. Just in a
Just like-
movie, just kind of oh, there's a pair of tits, and then it just presses on. I'm not a big fan of the whole. We're going to make it look like softcore porn.
Maybe you know. Because I hate to hate on that, because I like 90s boobs too. I think they're funny because it's just like, oh, boobs. But like, I guess I feel like they forced it because they made you the kid watching 2 times. You know what I mean? Like that kind of creepy. Like we already knew the kid watches as they bone. So
Yeah.
we don't need to see another kid watch another couple bone. Let's see another kid, let's see him do something else creepy.
Well, my end question
Really
is,
just shove
yeah,
that
what's- yeah,
down
but
my
too,
throat.
like, what's the
washing one of the
significance?
mothers
But
or
what's-
something.
well, hey, what's the significance of them
Be more
watching though?
creative.
Like, what's the significance of it?
I don't know,
There was
maybe-
none,
maybe
because they
sticking
didn't
with
try
the-
to breed. Like, see, I thought maybe by him watching,
I did too.
then he was gonna want to like reproduce
With
and
that
keep
woman
creating,
or something.
Yeah.
like then make a society,
No.
you know, something like that. But no, it was just them being creepy.
Yeah. Not 100% sure where the females of that species come from, or if it's like a queen that just lays babies. We don't know. The baby came from somewhere.
Also-
See, I kind of thought something went on while they were knocking boots,
And she
she conceived, and
I
then
thought
at
so
the
too.
end, she would give birth, and it would bloop go to the
Yes.
next family.
I went with you. When the first sex scene came on them too, which I get, they put that sex scene in there. I'm not like irritated over that one. It's kind of the second one that got me like, really? But anyway, the first one, I thought for sure she was pregnant that scene, and that we were going to see something happen with her, but that that didn't happen. Just like everything, they led you to believe that everything was going to happen, I feel like, and then never delivered on much at all.
Yeah.
Yep.
It definitely left us
It could have
with
been
some
good.
questions.
You know, it could have been. It could have been good.
Yeah, good ideas are great, but then if you execute them poorly, it's like, it was a good idea. It didn't turn out very well.
Another thought. Go back to the sex scene thing. I'm sorry. But both sex scenes too. Close your damn door. Why was the door not closed?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
Yeah,
say.
were there no
Why was
locks?
the door
Which-
not
which-
closed? You have not only do you have a child in the house, even if it's our child, we close the door anyway. But anyway,
Yeah, we even saw later on
Lock the
Tom put a
door.
chair in front of the door later on.
not only a curious kid, but a fucking creepy one that literally follows you around all the time. So
And you can't even argue and say, well, he might have opened the door. I don't care. You could be super involved, but your like
Alert.
subconscious is listening for any sound that's out of the ordinary. Like everything, that door should not open unless
just
someone
a-
is
I
trying
just
to
felt
come
like-
in. Obviously, you know. And so
Yeah.
you'd be quick to be like, no, close the door.
I'm kind of irritated. I was so excited over that movie.
Yeah, the preview, I thought it was going to be probably one of the better out of the ones that
Same.
we.
I was excited.
Yeah.
For the suspense of it and then they only showed you a minute of the dimensional world. Fuck
Yeah.
you. I hate that movie. I'm so angry. The more I talk about it, the more I get mad.
Yeah, it left you with these questions. So they have the ability to move through this weird dimension because they're obviously in some other kind of dimension, or can they move actual matter like that? Was that actual matter that he bent to his will?
I'm kind of like
Or does he have
envisioning
super
it.
strength? You know, and he
Well,
can just pick up.
no, it doesn't arch like that and then come
See,
up.
I
Came
wonder
up like
if
a-
it's kind of
like
like
you lifted
the.
a rug.
Well, see, I wonder if it's more like how Beetlejuice was. Remember, in Beetlejuice's world, everything was like fake, and he could like lift shit up and.
I'm seeing it more
You
like
know?
how in Guardians where they can bloop into different galaxies and it's like different. That's how I'm seeing it. Different rooms. They can just go into.
Yeah, but it was
rooms
weird
where
because she was like, she was
the
sinking
kids,
into
the
it.
kids are incubating.
Yeah. It was just kind of like this weird, brief tour of, oh, we better give the audience something to go.
to go with.
Okay, we weren't expecting this. Okay, what's going on? It was just kind of a brief tour, and then bloop, back at the house.
There's a whole lot that was anticlimactic.
Yep.
Perfect term for this movie. Anticlimactic.
Yeah, I'd give it like a 2.5 out of 10.
2.5 out of 10.
That's what I'd give it.
Yeah, I was going to be nice and give it a 3.
Nope, 2.5.
Yeah,
It was shit.
out of 10.
You guys are harsh. I'm gonna be a little bit better.
I mean,
I'll probably say 5 out of 10. Because there was a lot of cool, different stuff in it. It could have been a good movie, but the fuckers just didn't deliver on anything. So that's like, to me, whatever.
I get it.
Yeah. Oh, Eisenberg came off a little stiff, but he always comes off a little weird, so I can't
Well,
say.
I wish they wouldn't have portrayed him as this manly guy. Couldn't he kind of
Yeah, he
stuck
couldn't
in his
pull
own
off
fucking
manly.
realm? As,
Yeah.
Why couldn't he just been another teacher at the school?
I agree.
You
The manly
know-
part was so that was forced too.
Yeah, because it's not in his character. Like, I just... No one... Yes. Like, it was just... Yeah.
Forced.
Honestly, it was. It's like when you get, like, a project manager that comes out on a job site. And he's, like, wearing, like, fucking dress shoes, and he has, like, a hard hat on that's never seen dirt. And he just looks retarded.
The movie made me sleepy.
Oh, sleepy Toly.
Oh, Taylor.
No, it pissed me off because he was out there cutting down that tree or whatever, and then you looked at his clothes, and they were, like, clean, like, fresh off the rack clean.
Mm-hmm.
Who? Tom?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, at the
right,
beginning,
from the
when he
beginning,
was
yeah.
chopping the tree.
Yeah, he was doing all that work and stuff, but he was...
And then by the end, I mean, his clothes were very tattered, and
And,
he
like,
only had that other
what-
Yeah, because he's
shirt.
supposed to look like he's dying.
Yeah.
hard
But to
digging
start
holes.
off brand new, what luck is that? It's kind of like, oh, it's first day back at the campus, and I just got this completely new outfit. I cut these tree limbs yesterday, not right now.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
I've seen what a man looks like when he cuts down a tree. I saw Cheney at Super's
Yeah.
house the other day. He looked
Oh,
like
I-
hell. Like fucking hell.
Oh, that's hot too.
Poor guy.
Goodness.
And he was out splitting the wood when I swung by earlier today.
Jeez. That guy. I think he likes to work.
He does. He gets off on it. Yeah. Oh, yeah, and, I'm not sure if...
Oh,
Plug him.
yeah.
Yeah, there we go. He got his business cards in.
Yeah. Duck dumpsters.
It's the dumpster with the duck.
All right. I gotta go. I gotta pee.
Wrap it up real quick.
Are we wrapping her up? Or
Yeah,
you guys
we can
still
wrap it
going?
up.
Ah, we can wrap it up.
I've had quite the amount of coffee.
I don't know if there's anything else I want to talk about.
Thanks for
on-
hanging with us. If there's any chance anybody hung out with us,
Yeah,
that
Oh,
movie
yeah.
We
We
appreciate
definitely
it.
appreciate
kind
anybody
of
who
sucked
listens.
balls, but
But that's why we do this.
Yeah, we'll watch these terrible movies so you don't have to. Oh, maybe from now on we should talk to the audience a little bit more at the beginning and be like, if you hit play now, you can watch along with us. Yeah,
true that, Garrett.
I'm
That's
sure-
a good point.
I'm
Yeah.
sure that they've already thought of that.
Are these movies that are just free?
Some of them are on Amazon, and I think that this one that we just watched was on Amazon.
Okay.
But I didn't pay for any of these 2020 movies
Thank
like
God.
directly, like spent money on a movie that came out in 2020. They just showing up on the streaming services, and I'm watching the trailers, and if it looks okay, you know, it goes on to the list.
The trailers have been misleading, but I will say we've done 3 of these now.
Yep, we did
And-
Underwater Breach and Vivarium, Vulva.
I'm gonna say
The movie we just watched, starring Jesse Eisenberg, Lex Luthor.
yeah. I'm gonna say Breach
Vivarium.
is my fave.
Breach.
I actually didn't mind it.
Yeah, Breach
No,
was
it wasn't
pretty good.
terrible. I mean, it wasn't like the best. It had a lot of
Yeah.
like the story, just how it worked out was
For
kind of like.
2020.
But I
Yeah,
mean,
it was fun. It was a fun movie. It didn't have any kind of like weird messaging or anything. Like, I guess it did have a little bit of the world's ending, but it didn't get into like a political reason on why the world was ending. Honestly, I
Right.
don't remember it.
Well, Earth was fucked up.
Yeah,
We fucked up
Earth
Earth.
is always fucked up, and people live on
It's
Earth,
true.
and so I guess if
They've been
somebody's gonna
doing that
fuck
for
it
a
up, it's
while.
gonna be people or volcano, and they'll try to blame it on us if the volcano erupts. Be like, you used styrofoam, and that made the volcano explode. Really? In the history of this giant fucking
all these
planet,
cows farting in
Uh,
the atmosphere.
have volcanoes
K-cups.
never got up before. So but it was a fun sci-fi movie. That Breach.
I feel like Bruce Willis saved that one.
Yeah, it wasn't a good movie, but it
I
was
agree
a fun
with you on
movie.
that.
Good job, Bruce. Good
Oh,
job.
they were just
The
a
name
bunch of
alone.
crazy drunken sailors.
Yeah, he was funny.
Cool though. So, oh, look at the new Rugrats. That looks interesting.
It does.
Ooh.
I'd watch that with Weston.
Oh yeah.
Do you want to plug your business, Jack Boy?
TNR Construction Solutions. Give us a call. Woo.
Nick,
I'm Nick at Nick Goes Golfside on Instagram. If anybody happens to be watching this and wants to follow me, it's not really like I have anything on there pertaining to this. But maybe one day I will.
yeah, well, in the future we would like to have you stream on your phone or tablet or computer or whatever onto your Instagram and stream the show.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how many people would sit around and watch it, but
I don't
not as
know.
many that sit around and watch it now.
I don't think there probably will be many, but I know that it's very easy for me that if somebody goes live and I'll accidentally just swipe on it and then I'm just all of a sudden face to face with them like, oh,
Yeah, true.
so hey, who knows?
Alrighty, everybody, we've been a reoccurring disappointment, and Vivarium.
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 Yeah, don't
Vivarium
have high
was the movie
expectations.
that we watched this evening.
Very, very high expectations when I watched the trailer. Very little outcome.
Nick gave it a 5, Doc Boy gave it a 2.5, and I gave it a 3.
Yeah.
So, goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.